Okay. Not gonna lie. I forgot about my dolphin always resetting the volume I set it to. That was insanely loud. But the volume should be good now. Anyways, welcome to Sonic Adventure 2. We're finally at this game. You know, ironically, even though this is my favorite of the 3 games that we're playing, I wasn't vibrating on my seat to play this one the most again. I've actually been feeling very excited about getting back into Heroes again. But regardless, this is going to be a fantastic time. This game is great.
File select.
Of course, we're going to be rocking a new file. That file that I had is fairly fresh, though, just kind of a test file, because it's been a while since I've actually emulated the GameCube version of this game. Every other time I played it, I've just played the Steam release, or the PC release. But for this one, I'm like, screw it, right? I only like the PC release for Adventure 2, so I might as well just stream the GameCube version of all of them. Like I said, this is the version that I grew up with before, you know, all this PC action.
Story select.
But yeah, of course we have both the Hero and Dark Story. Chronologically, the Dark Story takes place first, or at least it starts off taking place first. Because a good chunk of the Dark Story takes place long before the Hero story actually starts. And for that reason, I'll actually be starting off with the Dark Story. But, I wish that there was a way to play it, like, completely in chronological order, because I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that's what Clement did. If you watch Sonic, like, at all, you know who Clement is. But in case you know, he's a YouTuber who has done a playthrough of pretty much every Sonic game, and if he hasn't done a playthrough of it, he at least talked about it on his channel, showing off the game. Yeah, he like showed off the game in chronological order, which I always thought was really cool. My mouse is on screen. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way of doing that without it being incredibly scuffed for me to try and stream it like that. So yeah, we're just gonna be starting off with the Dark Story.
Intruder alert.
Inside boss. That didn't seem to work.
Intruder is located in the north quadrant and is moving in the direction of the underground base. All units prepare to engage. Emergency battle formations. Standard battle procedures initiated. Locate and stop the intruder from entering the secured area. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
That was all. Let's take a look at what my grandfather was working on. A top secret military weapon. The military shut down the research because they feared you.
Alright, Iron Gate.
Intruder alert. Assuming level 1 defense.
As I said before, man. Oh god, we lag. So, you know, we did just get finished playing game. I believe that was actually like the last character story that we did in Adventure 1. This game is, has this gameplay mode where you're like in the mech walker. Of course, though, as you can see, it's not a time gimmick anymore. We're just going. We're just playing the game. Alright, but you do still want to lock onto a lot of enemies at once to get a higher score. Why is the game lagging? This game is not emulating very well. But yeah, you want to lock onto as many enemies as possible, or not technically as many enemies as possible. You want to lock onto 11 enemies at a time to get the highest score. That right there is a golden needle. You get some extra score if you beat that. It can really help you secure some S ranks. This right here is something you can't access yet. Might go back for that after we're done with the story, but yeah, you want to lock onto 11 enemies at a time, because when you lock on to 11, you get a perfect bonus, which is the highest bonus you can get. So you might as well just lock on to 11 and then start locking onto more enemies again after that. Just to be optimal, to get them A ranks, because there are ranks in this game. I forget what's over here. Oh, it's just a chowder. Like, so we're gonna ignore that for now. But oh, don't you worry, we will get to that after.
Level 4 security door breach.
You can probably assume what exactly the Chao keys do. But yeah, this is this game's answer to Gamma. So they did bring back this gameplay style, but obviously, you know, Gamma's gone, so can't quite do it. And as you can see with the lock on, it's a lot smoother in this game than it was in Adventure 1.
Security door breach. Switch to emergency defense mode. Lock down final security door.
You know, when you lock onto something, it doesn't like quite get as stuck. Oh, that right there, we also have a physical attack that we can do. Oh. It's an attack you're not going to be using very often versus most enemies, but later on we might end up using it a bit more. But as you can see, there's all these little things that we're picking up. Like I said, I'll explain that later. I already kind of explained it, but all these doors we can't lock onto it. What do we gotta do? We gotta go up here, hit this little thing, and then bada bing bada boom, and rock it. And there we go.
Yosh!
There's our first level. So unlike Adventure 2, where each character, unlike Adventure 1, where each character had their own unique gameplay style, there are only 3 gameplay styles in this game that are shared between the 2 story modes. Right, so we have our mech walker, treasure hunting, and the speed stages. And we just got to see the mech walker.
So this is the military's top secret weapon. It's a lot smaller than I expected. Enter user data. Enter password. Password is Maria. Maria. Now all I have to do is to place the Chaos Emerald into this console.
Oh ho ho!
Is that you, Sonic? Are you trying to spoil my plans again? Wait a minute. You're not Sonic. This is impossible.
My name is Shadow. Since you were so kind to release me, my master, I will grant you one wish.
Now what?
Behold the true power I possess.
There he is, our boy, Shadow the Hedgehog. In his first and probably best appearance in a Sonic game. That's kind of sad. But yeah, we get a little taste of the speed gameplay here too. This boss fight of Shadow. Oh, I didn't get my jump. No. Oh wait, don't show this. No, you took out my box. Anyways, as you can see, the boss fights took a pretty big step up in this game. Obviously, this game, similar to the original, was also on the Dreamcast. Oh, got him.
Pathetic humans.
But we were playing the GameCube version once again. Mainly because Sonic Heroes isn't on the Dreamcast. And I hear that emulating the Dreamcast is actually pretty intense on your computer.
Shadow,
So I don't even know if I
you
could.
are the military's top secret weapon. But what did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish?
Bring more Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, wait!
I'll be waiting for you in the central control room on the Space Colony Ark.
Ark.
Just let it go. You just don't know when to give up, do you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine.
Now it's time for my least favorite character in this game's plot. And I'm not talking about
Contains
Knuckles.
special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emeralds. That makes it very powerful.
What the?
Look who's calling who at me.
I came here following the signal from the Emerald. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Master Emerald, is it not?
Dr. Eggman.
So that's Dr. Eggman.
Well, I guess I can use it for something. I'll just take it with me. Farewell, Knucklehead.
Not if I can help it.
I love how in this story, Eggman just pulls up and is like, oh, that's the Master Emerald? Yeah, I'll take that. Don't need it, but I'll take it.
And look what you did to my emerald.
I did that to prevent the Master Emerald from being stolen, you idiot. If it's in pieces, I can restore it. And by the way, that's not your emerald.
Doesn't matter. I'll look into it once I get back to the base.
I despise anyone who takes jewels from me. All the world's gems are mine to keep.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
But yeah, Rouge is my least favorite part of this game's story. She introduces the most issues to the plot. When you like figure out more about her and what she's doing here. But we'll get to that as we go further into the plot. But as we can see here, this is the treasure hunting in this game.
It's gotta be close.
Oops. I think the treasure hunting is a bit better in this game. I think it's quite a bit better in this game for the most part. I know that some people will disagree with that, but where's that piece at? Somewhere over here, but I can't destroy this yet. I believe I can't dig yet either. No drill claw, but oh, it's right here.
Too low.
But oh, god dang it. Well, as you saw right there, when I picked up the first emerald piece, I got a perfect bonus. You get a perfect bonus, but I believe getting it in under a minute? Something like that? It's something like that. If you pick it up fast enough, you get a perfect bonus. As you saw though, I just hit a monitor and it, it lagged. That monitor told me something, and it said Turtle's Path, which you can see if you pause the game. That's a hint to where the emerald is. And, unfortunately, if you, oh god, get over here, get over here, get over here, get over here, get over here. No. No. if you end up taking a hint, then no matter what, you lose out on the highest bonus that you could get for that emerald piece. So the reason why I really didn't want to hit that is because now I'm going to lose out on some points for it. Right now I'm just waiting on the turtle to come back because, well, it's on the turtle's path, so I'm gonna come back up here and get some. Wait, is that it right there? Oh.
Only one more left.
There we go. Oh, was that it? I think I saw it. Unfortunately, the camera isn't as like flexible in this game as it was in the first game. Oh yeah, it's right there.
It's gotta be close.
And also, as I was talking about in the first game, in this game you can only detect one emerald piece at a time instead of all three whenever. So, fortunately right there, I think I may have barely been
How's
in
that?
range to detect
Perfect?
two
Like
of them
me?
at once, but it didn't really matter. But later on, yeah, you can end up finding a piece and then figure out that the next piece that you're looking for is also really close to it, which can be kind of annoying. But yeah.
Those idiots will never find my hidden base inside this pyramid. Let's take care of business here first, then get inside.
Second next stage right here. Over there's something we can't get yet, so we're not gonna worry about that. But all this sand under us, even though we're in a desert, it's all quicksand for some reason. So we don't want to fall into it. Anyways, this is supposed to be Eggman's secret base, so I don't know why a whole bunch of gun agents are here. In case you're wondering what gun is, that's the military that pretty much keeps everything in place in this universe. I believe that they were first introduced in this game, which is why they didn't do anything in Adventure 1 when Chaos was, well, doing everything he was doing. As you may have also noticed, there are no hub worlds in this game. This game completely did away with them. Which some people like, some people dislike. Personally, I kind of like the hub worlds from Sonic Adventure 1. I think they're just fun. But some people, you know, just want to get straight to the stages, don't really care for the hub worlds. Right? And I can also agree with that. Because there were a few times in the Sonic Adventure hub worlds where I'm like, okay, what the heck am I doing next? Or you go into the jungle and then I get sad because I hate going in the jungle. Because it's Invisible Wall Central and it sucks. Anyways, I feel like now, since we've actually shown off all the different gameplay styles, we should pick up a Chao key. Really hope you cannot hear that. Yeah, in this game we actually get to play as Eggman, you know. I kind of didn't hype that up at first, but, you know. It's one of the very few games, I think, like, the only mainline game that I can think about where you actually just get to straight up play as him. And unfortunately, it's not a thing that happens very often. But yeah, as we see, very similar to Gamma. But of course, we're very similar to Gamma without any upgrades, so We will be getting upgrades later on. My mouse somehow keeps working its way on screen. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna put my mouse over here. That way it's technically on screen for me, but you guys can't see it. Each sneaking its way in there. But yeah, now we have a Chao key, and in order to make sure that we actually do go to the Chao Garden, we want to make sure that we don't get hit. Because getting hit will make us lose the key. That's obviously no bueno, no bueno. There we go. That's the end of the level. Unfortunately, I ended up picking up an animal, but that's alright. It's all fine. It's all good. I just won't use it.
Yosh!
But yeah, they did bring back the Chao Garden in this game, and it's really good in this game. They pretty much did everything. Oh, B rank already?
Piece of cake.
Unfortunate. I wanted to all A rank run. Yeah, they pretty much took everything that was good about the first Chao Garden and just made it better in this game. This is the Chao world, where Eggman outside of the mech.
Yo!
He still jump, run around. He's actually like decently fast. And we go into this little door out in outer space. Here we go, we're in the Chao Garden. Similar to the first game. Oops. Or I do it again. Okay. Alright, there we go. I wanted to be careful, I didn't want to throw it. Because you can throw the egg, and the Chao will instantly hatch. But we're not mean. We're good Eggmen. Right, so you shake it a little bit. Apparently this doesn't damage the child. Gonna move that bad boy down. It's a little dancing in. Bada bing bada boom, we got ourselves a Chao. Alright, and these Chaos Drives, you can get them. Give them stats! Or, that's what they're called. They're called Chaos Drives. I never said that before. It might be a little hard to notice right now, but there is one extra mechanic about the Chao in this game. I do not believe we're in the first game. As you can see, that boy's looking a little dark. Got a little tan going on. A little burnt. Alright. As you can see, that boy getting darker. So there's a mechanic in this game where you can get Chao to have different affinity. Alright, so obviously I didn't see this. This dude looking kind of dark red, actually. I think it's supposed to be black, but that's not quite black. Yeah, but as you can see, the further we go with it, the more evil he looks. Right, so you can get Chao to have different affinity, and, perhaps even more, I might try and show that off, depending on how easy it is to do it in a streamed playthrough. In a streamed playthrough would be correct. What are you? You're nasty. But yeah. So that's the Chao Garden in this game. A little bit of it, at least. There's a lot more that you can do with it. Some of it's required for 100%, I believe.
The Chaos Emerald.
But, you know, we'll get back to that
Space
later.
Colony Arc. I've got to find out just what's going on up there.
We interrupt this broadcast for an important news flash. There has been a break-in at the Federal Reserve Bank today. Mysteriously, the only thing that was
Chaos
stolen
Emerald?
was the Chaos Emerald. According to eyewitnesses at the scene, the suspect was identified as the world-renowned hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. The suspect was seen fleeing the scene, destroying the reserve's guard robots in his path. Stay tuned for
Sounds
more
more
details.
like the work of Shadow.
They are blind. Sonic and Shadow do not look similar.
How pathetic.
Find them before they escape!
What?
Shadow, I beg of you, please do
Maria.
it for me. For all the people on that planet. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I still remember what I promised you. For the people of this planet, I promise you. Revenge!
And here's our first speed stage. Previously it was only a boss, so I couldn't quite show off everything, but there's a rail grind in this game. Oops. No ledge hang animation. So Sonic has all, or Sonic and Shadow, I should say, have all the moves that they had back in the first game. Right, but of course some of them are still tied to upgrades. Right, they also have some new moves, like for instance, the somersault. Man, these crates are in the way, I really hate them. Bop! Let's hit it with somersault. Bada bing, bada boom, there you go. Oh god, I think there's a spring. Alright, but we're gonna pick up the shot. Okay, I have no idea why Shadow homed in on that then. Anyways, talking about upgrades, we're about to get our first one right here. Normally, just like almost how to say it.
Have you tried using the light dash to collect all the rings suspended in the air?
Well, we don't have the light speed dash, but we do have a spin dash, and I didn't get my jump. Whoops. Anyways, we'll talk about rail grinding a little bit more later. As, all the stage does have it doesn't have a terrible amount of it. Or a large amount of it, so it's a little hard to talk about it fully in detail and show off the different mechanics with it. Okay. Why am I failing this now? I'm normally able to do this just fine. I promise you. But yeah, Sonic and Shadow in this game both have pretty much the exact same moveset. There we go. But they do have some slight differences. And right now, Shadow is a little bit better than Sonic because I have the Flame Ring, which makes my somersault really strong. Now, that doesn't really translate to much, except for the fact that now I can break metal crates. It is all nice and dandy. I can't remember which side it was on. I'll just go down the middle. Oops. That was a strap. I screwed it up. There's certain like little strats that like I used to know, but I don't really know anymore. Because it used to be, I used to be able to go like skip going around like that. Oh, got body. Also, never mind. I guess I was capping like the Chao key. Because I still have it. Maybe I was thinking of Sonic Heroes. Because in Sonic Heroes, I know for a fact if you get hit, you lose the key that you get in that game for doing stuff. So yeah, disregard my earlier statement. I was wrong. I was wrong. Aww. Yeah, don't you worry, that's not a bottomless pit. We're fine. Wasn't there something over here? Oops. A bottomless pit? Okay. As you can see, there's also another Chao box right here. If you open up multiple Chao boxes, which there's always 3 in a row. For the first one, you obviously get the key so you can go to the Chao Garden. For the second one, you end up getting, oops. I don't know what I did there. For the second one, you get 4 animals, and for the last one, you get a special animal. Imagine it's like a, legendary Voltron or something like that. They're far more rare, but give much greater stats. Alright, so you want to try and go for those if you want to truly upgrade your Chao to the best of your ability. Again, though, the only caveat being the fact that your Chao will take on some of the appearances of those
Here we go.
Of those animals that you give them. But in this game, it's a lot easier to manage that, since you can just give them Chaos Drives to upgrade all their other stats, and give them the animals that you want them to look like for style.
Too easy for me.
But yeah. The Dark characters have their own Dark Chao, and of course when we get to the Hero playthrough next stream, hopefully next stream, we'll have the Light Chao that we can show off. Right, but as you can see, this one's still an egg. We're just gonna leave him in there. And this little baby, over here. You coming with me? Get fed. There's also a glitch that you can do. Let me see if I can pull it off. Yeah, if you do that, you can still use the Chaos Drive and indefinitely upgrade their stats. Because normally you're not supposed to be able to give them a Chaos Drive by putting it down like that. But if you're at the right spacing like this, oh, I mean like this, you can upgrade their stats indefinitely. So it's actually pretty cool. And it's especially powerful with those, like legendary animals that I was talking about earlier. So if you want a real quick way of upgrading your Chao and making them ready to do all the Chao content, which I may or may not show off, I will definitely show off some of it, but not all of it. But yeah, if you want a good way of leveling them up, that's a good little technique to know. Go ahead and eat, and I'm out of here. You can also visit the Chao Garden whenever you want. You just have to do it through the stage select. And that'll you know, allow you to go in there and do all the features of it, because you can't quite do that throughout the story mode.
Ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald! Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the Light Talk!
Chaos control!
He's fast! Hey, it's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell!
What is he?
And there we go, the origin of Chaos Control.
This is Rouge. I've located
I'm eating
everyone's
mac and
base
cheese
will
and nobody
proceed to
can
edit
stop.
it Now. I hate to say
Did that
it,
pop up in the chat box?
I guess I'm going to have to
I kinda wasn't
find
paying
that
attention.
key first.
I hope chat box is working. Anyways, we're at Eggate. That robot that we see right there is very dangerous. We don't want it to see us. So, what we gotta do is we gotta hide in the shadows whenever it's close by. Because if we don't, oh, something bad gonna happen. Hello, not Gamma. What E-Series number do you have? Oh, you're part of the E1000 series, I think.
Only two more.
Oh. Speaking of not being able to detect all three emerald pieces, or whatever MacGuffin we're looking for, there's a prime example right there. Yeah, I think that's the E1000 series. Nope. You cannot destroy that robot, so let him cook. Let him do his own thing. Stay out of his way. So Knuckles and Rouge can swim underwater. It's pretty nice. Now we got the pick nails. We can now dig like this. Oh god, there's an animal. Leave me alone.
When scaling the walls,
Okay.
use E button to dig into the
Fortunately, that robot can't really catch us in the water. Not sure where it is though. I guess I went the other way.
It's gotta be close. Only one more. Shoot.
It's in two of the robots. Oh my god. I got stream sniped. I'm not sure where he is. Oh baby. Look at him go. I feel like it's definitely one of these robots. I appear to have been wrong. Where could it be? Somewhere in this general vicinity.
It's gotta be close.
Oh, was I on the Sonic part of the...
I got it.
That's funny. Oh, don't mind the robot behind us. We're fine.
How is that? Perfect? Like me?
Yeah, that's generally the structure of treasure hunting levels, and one of the issues that come with it. Oh no, I think that was a cutscene.
It's a space
I'll try to remember.
transporter. The destination has been set to Ark. Wasn't that space colony shut down over 50 years ago? What's he doing up there anyway? Doesn't matter. It's my mission to find out what he's up to.
And speaking of the space colony, here we are in Lost Ark.
So this is the space colony Ark. I have to locate the central control room that Shadow mentioned before he left.
So this level is very dark. No, it's not your monitor. It's just that dark. One of the ways to light up the path so you can actually see what you're doing is to target and blow up enemies that might be in your way.
I'll make you pay for this.
I keep forgetting that I don't have a certain upgrade yet. But yeah, this level's incredibly dark.
Enemies brightens the room so you can see better.
Oh yeah, see? There we go. Good work on Mo Chow, you're doing it.
It's useless to run around in circles. Find a way out of the maze.
Oh, I forgot to go to the Chowder in Bruges. How did we get up here? I believe it's right here. No. Right here. I'm bigger than Chaos Rides. I have 2 animals? We don't want them. Unless it's one of the good ones. Oh, here it is, baby! We got the jet engine. Now we can hover. And actually being able to use hover gives us a little peck that we can use. So we can actually gain height if we do it correctly. I don't know what happened there, but... if you jump and then hover like at the correct timing after, I'm not sure if it's like instantly after. It might actually be instantly after. If you like hover immediately after you do the jump, you can actually gain a little bit of height. Making certain jumps that wouldn't be possible. It's used pretty frequently in speedruns, I believe, so that way they can skip certain jumps. Just, you know, go a little bit quicker on everything. Ouch. I didn't get a bonus for killing them. You can also hover forever, so don't worry about you possibly like running out of gas or anything like that. Just, you know, go wild with it. And I will say, I do think that the hovering in this game feels better than what it felt like with Gamma. These little platforms here are sequences where you're not able to move anymore, but you know, you just go up and down big corridors like this and shoot a whole bunch of enemies. Like I said before, if possible, try and shoot 11 of them at once. It can be a little bit hard though. But that will give you the best points. You get them A ranks, baby, and oh boy, you are going to want A ranks if you want to do everything in this game. There we go.
Yosh!
B rank.
Piece of cake.
Well, as long as I'm getting A's and B's, I don't really care. There's nothing below that, which we're probably going to get that. We're definitely going to get under an A or B rank at least once. Because one level, I hate. We're going to see that this stream. Oh boy. Anyways, it's time to feed the child. Who's in the water? You can't swim yet. No, I'm not trying to pet you. There we go. Whoa! Oh no! Oh! Oh no! Are you okay? No, you're crying! I didn't mean to. Oh my god. So that is something that can happen. You can make the Chao sad, and it will actually lose affinity for whichever side you're playing as. So say you're playing as Sonic, and for whatever reason you just feel like beating up a Chao because you are a horrible person. What ends up happening is the Chao will actually, oh man, he's digging in. He likes that. But yeah, what ends up happening is the Chao will actually start to lose affinity for whichever side you are. And if it doesn't have any affinity, it will start to go towards the other side. So, say I were to open up that other egg, and I were to start just abusing the crap out of that Chao. Like, start throwing it, jumping on it, like doing whatever. It would gradually become a hero Chao. Because, man, screw those evil people. They beat me up all the time.
I've been waiting for you, Doctor. Now, I will show the glorious achievement of what the world's leading scientist, Professor Gerald, has created. The Ark was the first space colony created by mankind. Not many people know that the Ark contained a top-secret research facility, where weapons of mass destruction were being created. This is one of them, a weapon capable of destroying an entire planet, codenamed the Eclipse Cannon.
Destroying an entire planet? Was this my grandfather's legacy?
But it's been deactivated for some time now. To reactivate it, large amounts of energy are necessary.
Oh, so that's why we needed the Chaos Emerald.
Exactly. To reactivate the machine, we need the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Once you have that, then you have the ultimate power of destruction to use as you please. And then, the world could be yours.
Sounds like a plan. I like the way you think, Shadow. I will get the Chaos Emeralds, use the machine to dominate the world and build a legacy of my own.
Do you really think it will be that easy? I've got a great idea. How about making a deal?
A deal?
When you grabbed that huge emerald, you said something about a reaction. A reaction that it may have with the Master Emerald. Now, if you could just let me borrow that radar, I may be able to help you. What do you think?
If I do, what's in it for me?
I have an idea where the other Chaos Emeralds may be. I may not look like it, but do you know that I am a treasure hunter that specializes in all kinds of jewels?
Very well.
Okay then, it's a deal. I don't think we've been introduced. I'm Rouge the Bat, but you can call me Rouge.
I'm surprised you didn't ask how the heck she got up there.
Having to come back isn't my idea of a vacation. How can you be sure your intelligence reports are correct? Why would the Chaos Emeralds be here on the island? Are you absolutely sure?
Well, believe what you want to believe.
Very well, very well. Let's discuss how we are going to do this. I will go in first and distract the military troops, allowing you to sneak in the base without being detected. Then, Shadow will enter the armory, where he will set the timer on these dynamite packs. Once that is in place, we will blow up the whole island and get away before anyone has a chance to know what hit them. Meanwhile, you'll have to sneak into the cargo area and grab the Chaos Emerald. That's a challenge for such a worthy treasure hunter as yourself, isn't it, that girl? We only have 30 minutes to pull this mission off, and we only get one try, so don't fail me.
Speaking of getting perfects, this is a perfect level to show it off. Because there's a crap ton of enemies here. So, we just want to lock on to 11 of them. Whoops. And, well, I locked on to 12 by mistake, but a perfect bonus. Alright, so you don't want to lock on to all of them at once. You just want to lock on to 11 and then stop. Just like that. Alright, and that's optimal scoring right there. We also get ourselves an upgrade here. Now we can break through iron containers, which is actually necessary to beat this level. Ouch. Yeah, I really like this level because it's just fun to like go absolutely insane and just destroy everything. Until that happens. I forgot about that guy. Sonic Adventure 2 has a little bit of an issue of just kind of dropping into enemies with a jump scare like that. You know, no rhyme or reason. They just drop in. And as you can see, he only just now drops down as soon as I'm actually like getting ready to make the jump. Thank you. I am not sure what happened there. The game like kind of buffered a jump. Alright, there we go. Picking up some more Chaos Drives. You still want to go to the Chow after this. And there we go. Ah, that was one. Still pretty good though. Ouch. Oh god. No, I should have held it for longer so it didn't go off. Oh damn, I actually had like a little too much speed right there, too much A1 sauce. These enemies are very good for score, because even though you don't actually shoot all of them, the fact that you locked onto all of them, and then like fired off gives you like a really good amount of points. Yeah, I'm not making that. Oh, I still got the life. Unfortunately, my shots right there are a little too slow to actually hit those two guys. What? No.
I'll make you.
I don't know why I wouldn't log on to the last guy for so long. I definitely locked on to way too many right there. Yeah. Let me.
Oh no! My power is going down.
Let me get on. Oh. There we go. As you can see, a jump I ordinarily would not have made. What is this over? Oh, it's Chowky. Perfect. Right now the camera's locked, I actually can't adjust it, which makes this section a little hard. I know I missed one robot over there, but I didn't think I missed 3. 4! I missed 4 of them. There we go.
Is this it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there goes my rank. Actually, there goes my entire rank. There's no point in worrying about these robots anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. I got hit up with a robot jump scare. I felt like there was like a bug or something. A little tingling feeling in my arm. I'm pretty sure that's the end of the stage right up there too. Oh man. Oh, that's a new rank. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm gonna get the good ranks the entire time, but now look at this. Trash. This is trash, bro.
That was too close.
There's too many jump scares, man. Trying to get onto that pulley is what really killed me. Because I would have been able to take that last hit if getting onto that pulley didn't like take everything out of me. Having to like perform that momentum thing I was talking about. Here we are, back into the Chow world with 2 animals for some reason. You still like me? Okay, you're kind of just chilling. I don't seem to be like angry or anything. If a Chow really doesn't like you, they will actually like fight with you while you're like holding them. They'll like fight to get out of your arms. It's kind of sad. We've gotten like no run Chaos scores. Or Chaos tries. There you go, buddy. Wait and get that from buddy.
Okay, everyone ready? Shadow, Rouge, on with the show!
Oh, Sonic! I thought I'd never see you again. I'm so glad you made it.
All of you are
You're
blind.
not Sonic. Who are you?
Tails jump scare. I think Amy's theme is the exact same. She's in this game, she's playable, but only in the multiplayer. Anyways, this is a mech battle that we got. And it's pretty easy. He got one hit in at the last second.
Next time, Fox Boy.
God dang it. Come on, Tails. Ruin the perfect. Yeah, I think her theme is the exact same. Anyways, it's time for one level that absolutely everyone hates.
I'm in position, Doctor. Tell me when.
There's been an unexpected delay on my end. There's no more time to waste. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Let's go, Rouge.
5 minutes should be plenty. Here I go.
So, as you can see, we're given 15 minutes, and Rouge is just like, yeah, I only need 5. And that's the reason why everyone and their mom hates the stage. Because depending on your Emerald RNG, you really can run out this timer. 5 minutes might seem like plenty. It kinda isn't. It's a decent amount of time, but it sure is not a lot like Rouge makes it out to be. What? Rouge? What was that? Start smelling it or something?
Hurry up, Rouge. The island is set to blow up.
And as you can hear, Eggman's constantly in our ear the entire time. Oh god, I grazed that laser. I do believe there's an upgrade for you in this level. I'm just not sure where it is. Not sure.
It's gotta be close.
I'm over here.
I can't. I can't. I can't.
Oh no. Okay, well sometimes there are those doors that you have to be able to open. Which... Shut up! God, you make this level way worse than it actually is. Anyways, like I was saying, there are cases like this where you sometimes have to hit a switch. So that way you have access to all of the different blocks to get the emeralds. Alright, so generally the first course of action a lot of people will take is they'll immediately come up here to open up all the different gates so that way they can't get blocked from getting an emerald piece like I just was. Of course, we know it's right here, so we just come up here and then...
I can't. I
Why?
can't.
Wait, what? Why?
To open the safe, grab hold of the wall and dig into the center.
You took longer than you were supposed to.
Why can't I open it? Omochao just died. I hit the A switch. I hit all the switches, didn't I? Oh my god, don't tell me you can only activate one at once. Oh my god. Ouch. Well, we better hope we can find the last emerald fast. because I just wasted a lot of time.
I can't. Only one more left.
It's going to explode! Hurry up! Get going!
Oh lord, we might not make it. It's in that safe, dude! It's over. We didn't make it. I'm sorry, chat room. Oh. Hurry up. Okay, hold up, actually. We might be able to make it. I have 10 seconds. Nah, it's over.
That's no good! You spoiled my plan. Get the Chaos Emerald before the military finds you.
So, we didn't make it. And the worst part about it is, too, I believe that all the emeralds are respawned. Yep, as you can see right there, that guy did not have an emerald the first time around. So, we're back to square one. That's the reason why pretty much everyone hates this level. Is it in the same spot that it was last time? Well, then again, that was in the second emerald last time. Also, screw that laser.
It's gotta be close.
Oh, it's right there.
Only one more left.
This is way better RNG.
Hurry up, Roach. The island is set to blow up.
But yeah, I don't hate this level, but this definitely is a weaker one. And it's almost purely because of the time limit. That should have been 15 minutes, by the way. Oh, what is that emerald doing?
I got it.
As you can see, you can just get like really RNG screwed. And yeah, I got RNG screwed the first time. Because my god, that second route was way easier.
How is that? Perfect? Like me?
Anyways, no matter how well you perform, it doesn't really matter. Because this happens afterward.
I can't believe I've come this far just to fail.
This is Flying Dog to headquarters. Intruder found entering security hold. Preparing to attack.
Copy that.
Anyways, this boss fight is essentially Shadow's boss fight from earlier, except he never lands. Ouch. And I'm going to take this boss fight as an opportunity to rant as to why that stage that we just played should not exist. Rouge, as we already know at this point in the story, is a secret agent, working for Gun, the organization that we just stole the freaking emeralds from. Why did we steal them? They know our mission. They know we work for them. Why did we have to steal them? We could have just pretended that we were stealing them. Why does Rouge let everyone here actually get freaking exploded at the end of this level? Because that bomb is going to go off. This makes no sense. Why is this guy fighting us? We're co-workers.
Not bad, huh? I'm pretty strong, all
This
right.
entire sequence, at least for Rouge, makes absolutely zero sense. It also doesn't make sense that Gun at this point still thinks that it's Sonic doing everything and not Shadow.
Small problem. I can't believe that I'm trapped inside this locked
Because
safe with a
Shadow
Chaos
has
Emerald.
gotten out. They know he's gotten out. It makes no sense. Why did they trap Rouge? It makes no sense. Yeah. This is why Rouge is my least favorite part of this game's story. And unlike Tails... Actually, no. A little development history about this game. Initially, the only playable characters were Sonic, Shadow, Knuckles, and Eggman, but Rouge and Tails ended up getting added on later in development. So I guess that could explain why some parts of Rouge's story just makes absolutely no sense. Because she wasn't initially planned to be in the game story at all. But regardless, I still don't really like it. So yeah, there's my one little rant about Rouge for now. We will be having another rant later, because they also gave her the worst stage in the game. It's one of my least favorite stages in all of Sonic. Not even just thinking about this game, or not even just 3D, it's just one of my least favorite Sonic levels, like, period. Also, I can't help but notice that we did not go to Chao Garden. I don't know what happened to that. I'm pretty sure I picked up the key. Yeah. Oh boy, we'll be getting to Mad Space, and oh boy. Oh boy. I hate that level so much. Anyways, I believe it's right here for both Sonic and Shadow. We can get another upgrade. Or not, although... Was it over here? Oh, there was something. The time limit in this stage is pretty inconsequential. It's way longer than it really needs to be for Shadow to comfortably make it through. Yeah, there wasn't an upgrade in here. It's only for Sonic.
Here we go.
So yeah, this level's a lot more comfortable than the last one that we just played. Anyways, here's where we get an upgrade for Shadow, I know for a fact, because we can't progress anymore. There's a trail of rings and no way of going through it until we get the air shoes, which makes Shadow's shoes look really freaking stupid. But we get the Lightspeed Dash. So unfortunately, this is before, well, Frontiers. Frontiers and to a certain extent, like Generations and stuff like that, where this was the era of Sonic games where they mapped pretty much everything that you could do to one button because of reasons. And yeah, that means that we somersault, we do one of Sonic's upgrades later on, and we Lightspeed Dash all with the V button. And
here we go.
Sheesh. Especially with Sonic, it gets kind of rough, the fact that it's all on the same button. Because if you're even slightly off with your spacing, oh boy, you can die.
Too easy for me.
But yeah. we'll be experiencing that next stream. We'll definitely be experiencing that next stream. Anyways, we're a decent little ways into the Dark Story, so hopefully we can get this little thing to happen so I can show it off. There's also the kindergarten that you can go to. You can bring your Chao there, but I don't think it's worth doing it during the main story. If you're gonna do that, just do that in level select. It's much more comfortable. Here's our little Chao who we haven't abused as Shadow, so we should like Shadow a lot. giving him some more Chaos Drives. Unfortunately, we are just not getting lucky with the speed Chaos Drives. Our little boy won't be able to run for a while. Wait, what? Was that the other child? Okay, no, that was just our child. It's also possible to give your child the top of the egg shell that they hatched out of, or that somebody else hatched out of. And if they like it, they can actually put it on and just permanently have it on. Our child didn't like it. I also don't like it. But if he wanted to do it, I would have let him. Don't mind the emulator saving a lot. And it's time for the infamous cutscene.
Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you. Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh? You're not even good enough
I'll
to
make
be
you eat
my
those words. You can't get away this time. There's
Anyways,
only one
I'm gonna do a
real
funny
sign.
glitch. I got it. Time to put down your controllers and just chill out. He's eventually gonna do it. He's eventually gonna do it. Oh, I didn't get the glitch.
You can't get away this time. There's only one real sign.
You won't be able to just attack him. Try something to lower his defense.
That should have been it.
Bring it on.
That hurt.
I'm sure you must be wondering what happened.
The likes of you.
For anyone who doesn't know, in this game, there's a glitch that you can do where if you hit the somersault button really quickly, you get the hitbox for doing a somersault,
What are you doing?
but you don't
Hurry and get
actually
back here
do it.
right now before the island blows up with you on it.
Blows up.
And yeah, you can just kind of hold forward and Sonic will die if he touches you. So it's a pretty funny way of doing that boss fight. I thought I got it at first, but I guess I did it too early.
Control.
Shadow, what do you think it's like on Earth?
The professor said his life's work was dedicated to all of those who live down there. He once told that the reason for his existence was making people happy through the power of science.
Shadow.
Maria, I just don't know anything anymore. I often wonder why I was created, what my purpose is for being here. Maybe if I go down there, I will find the answers. Maybe. Maria.
Why so melancholy? That was so unexpected, so unlike you, Shadow, to come and rescue me. But your ability to use the Chaos Control certainly comes in handy.
You know, I didn't come to save you. I came back for the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah,
That's
but
mean.
then again, that's not the whole story, is it?
Everything is ready to go.
Are you sure? We only have 6 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, you know.
That's more than enough for the demonstration. So let's get the show on the road.
Time for a CG cutscene.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears and listen to me very carefully. My name is Dr. Eggman, the world's greatest scientist, and soon to be the world's greatest ruler. Now witness the beginning of the greatest empire of all time.
Boosh. That was a little early. Boosh. There we go. Think about the ocean. Think about the tides.
Why are you so upset? Well, that was really impressive. You've managed to create complete havoc on the whole planet. Does this now mean we control the planet and can do as we choose?
At this rate, the cannon will take too much time to charge up. If you want to unleash its full potential, you'll need all 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Where in the world have you been?
Something happened?
Our threats fell on deaf ears.
Look at you, throwing a tantrum like a little kid. How totally embarrassing.
Don't forget your end of the bargain, Batgirl. What about that last Chaos Emerald? We had a deal, right? So where is my emerald?
Here you go. I found this.
Why didn't you show me this before? This Station Square saved from a life-threatening missile attack. The city has awarded its famed prize to the boy who saved Station Square. Miles Tails per hour was given the Chaos Emerald as a testament of his heroic deed at a ceremony held at City Hall. This makes things a whole lot easier. Hurry, go back to Earth and find them fast. I want that Chaos Emerald!
Did you get that?
Soon enough, Maria.
This is Rouge reporting. Currently, I have not been able to confirm if Shadow is the ultimate life form or not. I will continue my research on Project Shadow and have a follow-up report very shortly. Just a reminder, don't forget about my jewel.
Secret agent who allowed him to blow up the moon. I don't like Rouge in this story. Anyways, it's time for Route 280. In the Penis Mobile. Anyways, these control kind of bad unless you learn a certain trick. Right, as you can see right now, you know I'm turning. This is about as sharp as I can turn right here. Oh, just barely got it. Right, but if you know a certain trick and you don't want to ram your penis car into the wall, you can release the accelerate button for a second and hold back onto it again to enter this like drift-like state. In this state, you gain a lot of speed, but you also have much better control over your car. So some of these turns that you wouldn't be able to make otherwise, you can make them a lot easier now. Also, if you pick up a certain amount of rings, you get a boost, which is very useful for keeping up your speed. There's also one other cool trick that you can do, but I'm kind of bad at setting it up. If I see an opportunity to, I'll try and go for it, but yeah, no promises. Oh wait, hold up. This is right, this is it right here. No, I screwed up. What I tried to do right there is if you do a if you do a sharp enough turn, your car will start to like completely turn around the wrong direction, and if you bump a wall in the correct way, your car will just be backwards. Ouch. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at that trick. I think you actually need to like have it. Oh, I'm in body right now. I think you need to actually have like a little decent amount of practice in that if you actually want to make that trick. It doesn't do anything gameplay-wise. It's not like your controls are reversed or anything. Those are pretty funny looking ones. Also, yeah, SA2. We're going through the Dreamcast era. Gonna be playing Heroes after the next stream, more than likely. Oh god, unless something happens, I'm probably gonna beat the game next stream. Oh. Yeah, it's weird. Like, this little drifting state, it gives you much better control, but it's also a little harder to control it. I'm gonna get some more rings so I can get a boost again, so we won't have to go slow like that. Oh, I missed most of them. No! That's so unfortunate. Well, I hope you like this level because we're playing it again. Those checkpoints aren't actual checkpoints. Not gonna lie, I thought I went out of this, like, kind of like a out of control state, or like drifting state. Because if you don't do it for long enough, it'll take you out of the state and you have to reactivate it again. Oh god. Like right now. I can see I'm out of it. Turning normal again. I'm not gonna go off the ramp this time. Anyways, this isn't the only time we'll be playing a level like this in this game, so that was about it. Be prepared for this again. It's not this exact level, it is a different level, but it's, you know, similar. Another car driving level, or one could say plane driving level. Go for it again. Oh, I'm bad at it. Unfortunate. Maybe I can hit it up in the, like, that kind of longish tunnel section. You also want to avoid hitting the cars, because the cars also, slow you down. We're gonna exit the state, go in here, pick this up. I shouldn't have used it, I barely gained any speed for that.
Wait a minute. Be quiet. Just leave it to me.
I thought it was the big U-turn. Oh! Unfortunate. As I was saying earlier, which this is the reason why I'm probably not going to show off everything in this game. As I was saying with Adventure 1 as well, actually. This game also has missions. I haven't really played Adventure 1's missions, so I can't really compare it, but in this game you have many different missions that you can do for every stage. Right, like one of the missions on this stage is never hitting a wall. That would suck to do. Another mission is never hitting one of the cars or doing it under a certain time limit. And every final mission, I believe, is just a hard mode of the stage, which actually can pretty drastically change up the stage, so it's really cool. But, alright, let's not fall off here again like an idiot. One of the very important things about this game, which is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to get all the A rank, or all A ranks in these levels. Epic Games Store telling me about the Callisto Protocol. Get off my screen. Go away. Also Deep Fried Tails. I don't know why he looks like that. The reason why I kind of wanted to get all A ranks, at least during the story mode in this game, is because in order to unlock the final level of this game, not a story important level, it's just an extra level that you can play in the Sage Select, you have to get an A rank on every mission in the game. That's a lot. And some of them are actually kind of hard to get.
Shadow, they're in that blue plane. Spotted at 11 o'clock.
Copy that. I'm in pursuit.
So yeah. Anyways, we're at Skyrail. I already screwed up, but we're gonna keep it moving. This is actually one of the levels that was featured in Sonic Frontiers, and this level is actually kind of fun in Sonic Frontiers. I know that some people don't really care for the cyberspace levels. Personally, I like them for the most part. I only felt like a few levels didn't really control very well. But generally, the Adventure 2 levels, I think, actually play really well in Frontiers. And although this stage has a Green Hill Zone theme in Frontiers, you know, it's still very easily recognizable as Skyrail. I'm gonna pick this up. Yeah, I gotta go drop off the load to the Chow. Okay. Rail grinding in this game is actually a bit harder than, oh god, other games, because you actually do have to, like, try and balance on the rail. I'm not playing Sonic, what am I doing? There we go. And then I fall into fire. I don't even think I got the freaking points for that. But that's it. It's a pretty short level.
Here we go.
Yeah, you actually have to like try and balance on the rail in this game. And if you screw it up hard enough, you will actually just fall off the rail. So as you can see right there, like I was actually really, I got a D rank. Oh my god. What the heck? I didn't think I played that bad in that level. Come on, man, that's just mean. Oh wait, I think I missed an upgrade. I'm pretty sure there's an upgrade in that level. I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, I gotta balance like Sonic Free Riders. It does make it probably the hardest game to actually grind on the rails in a Sonic. Oh god, there's only one? Did I really only have one? That's crazy, and I still didn't get a speed level up. Welcome, Super Spyro. I'm using a Wii U Pro controller.
What should we do?
I have a Mayflash adapter that I use for my computer and my Switch, so I can just use this controller for pretty much every game that I play. If I'm playing fighting games though, I'm using a PlayStation 4 controller. Oh, there it is. That's the one cutscene I remember. If you mash A, you can get Big to appear in some cutscenes.
We did it! Let's go, Amy!
Almost forgot about it.
Yeah!
You little thief.
Yeah, if I'm playing fighting games, I use a PlayStation 4 controller. I'll occasionally use my Joy-Cons because I have third-party Joy-Cons for my Switch as well. But that's mainly in handheld mode because the little like dongle or whatever that comes with it, it kind of broke. So now my Joy-Cons like slide off easily, and that's annoying. Time for this iconic cutscene. Oh, that was pretty easy for Sonic.
When Sonic struck his head, he must have broken the restraining mechanism. What a piece of junk! I'm just living by my own. No!
Alright, this is a game of mashing. So we pretty much just smash the B button up until we're allowed to... Oh god, you're going the other way, you're going the other way, I'm just gonna go down. That was risky, that was risky. Okay, we're good. We pretty much just smash the B button until we break open those cracks on his chest. And then after that, we're good to shoot little freaking, I guess, batteries or whatever. I don't know what those are. Oh, is it open? There we go. This boss fight is kind of uninteresting as Eggman. But, oh, we did it. Once again, the sand down there is quicksand. Even though we're in a desert and there shouldn't be quicksand here, but...
Green light for launch.
That's how it be
Primary
sometimes.
Engine ignition on. Beginning liftoff countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shuttle liftoff.
In the hero cutscene, that one looks a little bit different. You actually see Sonic running onto the rocket, so... They're here with us in space.
Hi, Doctor. Well, how's it going? What? What do you mean they escaped? That's okay. I will go after them myself. Can you tell me the password for the space colony control? Tricking that old doctor is just too easy. All right, it's time to get to work. The password is Maria. Maria, I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well.
Yeah, it's the girl my freaking boss murdered.
This is it. Research Project Shadow. The ultimate life form. Let's see now. What in the world is this? This can't be right. What is Shadow anyway? I guess I'll just have to take the last pieces of the Master Emerald.
No, say it ain't so. We're already here? No, dude. Oh, God. Well, here we are. We're at Mad Space. Probably my least favorite level, and... Man, is this my least favorite 3D Sonic level? I think that's too mean. It's up there, though. This level sucks. This level is really freaking big. How long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. You know, this has been pretty good pace so far. Pretty happy with how long things have been taking. I hope you're ready. I hope you have food. I hope you're comfortable. This might take a while. First things first, we go to this planet and we hit a little... Oh, we don't even need to hit the switch. Look at me forgetting. We get the iron boots. Now we have this little, like, freaking purple element, and you couldn't see it, but I broke a metal box that had that in it. Now we can get off this little planet. And now we have access to the entire level. And oh boy, is it big. Wow. Look at that. I want that. Thank you, Mad Space. Good thing I saw the green on green, otherwise, you know, we're gonna have to come back for that one. Oops. Oh, and we got a shield. Okay, wait a minute. That's Mad Space kind of popping off right now. And the camera is getting stuck in a crate. I can't get on top of this thing. What am I even looking at? Oh yeah, there are random meteors that are just falling. There's no warning for it either. It just happens. Oh yeah, since I don't care about my score in this level, let me show you something kind of quirky. Hints are sometimes written backwards. And when I tell you that my brain cannot take this crap sometimes, it really sucks. So stand blue. Am I already screwing this up? Stand blue on the blue enemy on the blue stand. The blue enemy on the blue stand. Okay, so now that that's done triggering the dyslexia I may or may not have. Continue onward. I forgot how to get off of here. Because each little planetoid has its own gravity. I thought Super Mario Galaxy did it first. It just did it better. Alright, we're on this little planetoid. Ooh, what's that? Where even is that? Let's see another example of a hint. Oh! Something else about the hints in this level, they straight up lie to you. So, if you don't know that, then you'd be trying to climb up as high as possible right now. But now we know that... What? Oh, I guess I went too far. Now we know that it's on one of the lowest parts of the map. So it's somewhere down here or over there. Oh, Nerf in the rails. Oh, no. Don't do it. It got me. No.
Detector readings are reversed. Be very careful.
Red. I can't. Red light balcony? The red light balcony. Is there another hint? Can I get a high or a low? The lowest. Oh god. All this, boys, it's time to go up. We're moving up in the world. No, not this freaking planet. But yeah, the hints lie to you or are written reversed, and it like absolutely annihilates my brain. Man. I'm guessing that the rails on the side are going to be red on the one that we actually need to go to. Well, that's just not red. Get out of here. I'm gonna go chill with the chow afterwards. Oh, there it is. Okay, the star under a roof. I'm sorry I'm reading this like I'm in a children's show that needs to like keep up with the children or whatever, but it's a little hard. That hint doesn't really help me. Oh! Artificial chaos. What did I say? How do I swap it again? Don't dig under a star symbol. Wait, stop. Under A building on the round meter. Where is that, though? Wait, is it that? Under a building under that place? Well, are these meteors or are these... Oh, I didn't... Oh god, my controls are all whack. Under? Ooh! Where's the star symbol? Where's it at? There's a star symbol here. Allegedly. Man. Oh, that's a move. That's also a move. Wait, why is there a blue and a yellow moon? That... Don't dig under a star symbol, under a... Wait, under a building. This is the only building here. Oh, okay. We did it! Woo! Yay!
I guess I took a little too much time.
That went significantly better than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. And that still took 4.5 minutes. But back to the Chow world, where we won't be giving our Chow mini Chaos Drive because I have too many animals. I think I only have 2. What you do with the other egg? No, for you. I also forgot how do you like rotate your options, so that way I don't have to stand at a certain spacing in order to pick up the Chow. Oh baby, we finally got a speed level up. Our boy's one step closer to walking. So something messed up you can do is you actually still have access to your drill claw and being able to dig in the Chow garden, so you can actually use that to like beat up the Chow.
Long time no see, treasure hunter.
It's kinda
Did
mean.
you find my emerald?
That's a good one. Your emerald. Talking to you is a waste of time. Hand over those master emeralds. Give them to me.
Anyways, the character fights are a lot more dynamic in this game than they were in Freedom 1.
I have no choice but to fight now.
Freaking got me. Get it. No! I tried to jump.
Hand over those master emeralds. Give them to me.
Use your rings wisely. Pick up one ring at a time, or else.
Or else. I can be as greedy as I want.
You're no ordinary thief.
There he is.
Now witness my power. Take this! I must protect the master
Get out of here.
Got those jewels.
Stop fooling around and give me back my emerald.
Also, my bad. Thank you for the follow, Rabbit. Rabbit Tears vlog. Because
Goes around stealing gems anyway.
I kind of forgot I have followers and subs on the layout.
but the sound effect for the alert isn't on this. It's not on this scene. So yeah, my bad. I kind of completely missed that.
Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch me.
Is that how you say thanks to someone who just saved your life?
Saving my life. Don't think I owe you one. You just wanted to hold my hand, didn't you? That's why you saved me. You're such a creep.
This isn't a joke, you know. Think what you want, Batgirl. I was saving the Master Emerald.
No matter what you say, it sounds crazy.
What?
Fine.
Whoa.
Just take them. They stink like echidnas do.
If that's what you thought, you should have given me them in the first place. Finally.
What?
I'm sorry if I hurt you.
And out we go. I freaking love the ending of this
Should get
cutscene.
going.
Look at Rouge run. She very clearly runs off the edge. Like, she very clearly runs off the edge at the end, but they didn't cut it in time.
What's Rouge up to anyway? This is strange. It's showing energy readings from 2 separate Chaos Emeralds. Did they really think they could trick me with that fake emerald? Wait, Shadow. I'm the one who should be telling them the end is near, not you. Now is the time to end this long drawn-out battle. Place in history as the ultimate genius. If something happens, I'm counting on you to finish the job. Hurry! The moment for attack has come. It's now or never.
Alright, time for the best mech stage in this game. We go from the worst level to one of the best. Who'd have thought? This one actually does use a mechanic, or does use a more space-oriented mechanic of actually having you have like much lower gravity. So you do really cool stuff like this that you couldn't do in any of the other mech stages. And I hit myself up with a twin twister right there. Oh god. I tried to get that guy in the back. Yeah, this all feels really cool because of this. There's something over here. What is this? I see an upgrade we don't have yet. And a key. Oh yeah, I guess I might as well point this out since we haven't really seen it yet, especially in this playthrough. We should see it in the next playthrough a little bit more. But ow. Most of the enemies are dropping Chaos Drives. Not all of them do that though. Only the enemies made by Gun generally do that. There are enemies made by Eggman in this game, but we just don't encounter them in this playthrough because, well, obviously, you know, why'd we be killing our own enemies? Unless you, you know, play Adventure 1 and then deal with Gamma Story again. But, yeah, all the enemies are dropping Chaos Drives, so when we end up fighting some of Eggman's enemies in the next playthrough, more than likely tomorrow, we will actually be getting more animal drops again, which kind of sucks, because we don't want that. But as we know, they do consider Sonic to be an enemy, so, you know, we will be fighting some of the gun enemies. Once again, we're trying to hit 11 enemies before we end up letting go of it. It kind of sucks doing... Ow. I didn't even know I could get hit right there. It kind of sucks doing it in this level because the enemies will unload if you get too far away from them. But, you know, it's not too bad. As soon as you see that 11, just release that button, and even if they unload, I do believe you still get the score. What are you doing up there? Oh, wait, it doesn't attack me again. Oh god. Was it you who attacked me? There's no way, right? It had to have been another one. But yeah, I think the Chaos Drives are honestly a pretty cool technology. They're like the Sonic world. Unfortunately, we don't really ever... Oh no! The freaking Phantom Sheep. Lamb, or whatever. All I know is I didn't see it coming. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't really see the Chaos Drives ever come back in the Sonic games. And I felt like it, Advance. I don't know why I was about to say Advance. I feel like Sonic Frontiers would have been a perfect place to bring them back, due to that game actually having like an upgrade system. Okay, that was me being weird. But it's whatever. After all, they were always mainly used to upgrade chat and not the actual characters themselves. But they do kind of bring them back in the IDW comics. Oops. Though I don't think that those are explicitly supposed to be Chaos Drives, but they're very similar to it in terms of function. Oh, come on. A little bit more. No. Anyways, I think we're approaching the end of the level. Up in that area over there. Just need to climb up one more time, and that should be the end of it. This level's actually fairly long. Like the length of like your average Freedom Planet level. Slow down again. I'm happy that the slowdown kind of stopped though for the most part. It was chugging earlier a little bit. Not really sure why. 'Cause I'm not sure if I've ever emulated this game on my computer before, but if I did, I don't remember it having issues. I don't want that Chaos Drive. I was going for speed, I think. Okay. Time for the last little section, I believe. I believe you also get a upgrade that lets you like lock on to things for longer. No, I almost got it. And now we just mash this button. We just do this until we get launched. And there we go.
Yosh!
8.5 minutes. That level's long. But the good part about it is it doesn't feel terribly long. It's always a good thing.
Like when you start to feel how long it is, that's a problem. Whether it's too long or too short.
Alright, back to the Chow Garden. On little fella. Now, you might not like Eggman the most because I accidentally threw you as him, but it was an honest mistake. Oh yeah, we're finally gonna get some speed levels. So I'm not sure what the exact trigger is to get your Chow to turn into light or dark Chow, or hero or dark Chow. But like I said, hopefully we get it. Obviously, I'm not showing off everything with Chow for this stream or this playthrough because oh my god, some of the Chow stuff takes forever.
Well, well, young lady. Is there something I can help you with?
Mr. Eggman!
If you value your life, you will tell me where Sonic and Tails are.
Eggman with the gat. Jesus Christ.
Let's take care of business first, shall we, Sonic? Hand over the Chaos Emerald, slowly, and then we'll talk about your girlfriend. That is, if you really care for her.
Handing over the fake emerald? I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Put the emerald down right there and back off.
Turned into a big-time villain, Doctor.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You thought you could trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?
So, how did you know it wasn't the real one?
Tails!
Because you just told me, Fox Boy.
He got outplayed.
Now, for a little space ride. Capsule clears the colony bare.
I'm counting on you, Tails. Amy, take care of yourself.
Farewell, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Boom.
Farewell, Sonic, my admirable adversary. Now we have some unfinished business to take care of. If you give me the real emerald, I will release you both. You have my promise.
Sonic!
Huh?
Sonic asked me for the first time to do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up.
Well, it's time to beat up Tails. Not gonna lie. The boss fight up here, whether it's as Tails or Eggman, this filters me hard. I always get bodied in this fight. How did I miss? Go. Negative on hit. Oh god. Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Still hit me! Oh. No, how did that hit me? Oh, I'm alive! I'm alive! I'm alive! I'm dead.
What have you done to Sonic? I'll never forgive
What
you
have
for
you
this.
done to Sonic?
Get ready to rock on when Tails comes
No, I did.
when you're behind him.
Can you stop using the laser? Stop! I'm so dead. I'm so dead.
Yeah, this might
Be the game over. I'm sorry. I'm just not good at this fight.
Is very strong, so be very careful. Memorize his patterns to avoid him. I'll show you how powerful I am. Fire!
What the heck? Alright, no, there's no shot in here. Let's go! Get out of here! He freaking. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, it's so hard, dude. It's so hard.
Done to Sonic. I'll never forgive you for this.
I wish I was playing as like a light shower right now. Or just a shower. Actually, no. I think it is only a light shower. It's like fast. Look how long it locks on for. This is so stupid. Why can you keep shooting? Hold it. I'm gone. I'm sorry. He got hit. No. Bro, if only he got hit like a frame or two faster so the laser didn't actually come out. Anyways, I get to show this off.
The greatest scientific genius of the world. I finally did it. I've defeated Sonic. That annoying hedgehog is now gone forever. Chunks in space now. What are you going to do now, Tails? If you are against me, you'll suffer the same fate as your buddy Sonic.
Alright. Let's go. You got the run back.
What have you done to Sonic? I'll never forgive you for this.
Dang, I really wish he hit himself with his own shot. Look at how long it locks on for me.
I'll show you how powerful my sight. Fire!
This is so stupid. Bro. No, no, you're dead. You're dead. I win. I win. Oh my god. That fight is so hard. Like, what the heck, man? Like, Tails actually came in strapped.
I guess he was just a regular hedgehog after all.
Legend has it when all 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected, the power creates a miracle. I have 6 of them. They're mine. All mine.
I don't think so.
Shadow.
So that was your plan from the very beginning, huh? Or was it a direct order from the president? Now I know who you are. You're that government spy, Rouge the Bat, aren't you?
Shadow, how do you know that?
So you did
You've
your
been asleep for 50 years.
I would say that's an invasion of privacy.
I could say the same thing about you.
Looks like things aren't quite going your way. But since my job was done, I thought it was time to take what's mine and get out of this place.
You are one pathetic creature.
Look who's talking. What about you? Here are the results of the research project called the Ultimate Life Form. But If this picture is of the real ultimate life form named Shadow, then exactly who or what is standing in front of me?
This is Dr. Eggman. I have found all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Shit. Someone is trying to get the Eclipse cannon. There's not much time left before the cannon fires again. Can you get over there?
If you want to live, leave the Chaos Emeralds where they are. The fake emerald is good enough for you.
Do you actually believe that you're the real Shadow?
No doubt.
Even your memories might not be real, you know?
Even if my memories are not real, it's still me, Shadow. And I will fulfill my promise to Maria. That's the only thing that matters to me now.
That one scene right there completely means that Shadow the Hedgehog should not exist, but they made it anyways. Unfortunately, that game exists. But enough about that, because we're playing a good stage. Well. Oh man. That didn't take long for that to not work. Yeah, don't worry, I promise you, my gameplay will be better than DSP. Oh wow, I actually threaded the needle. That was impressive, actually. I need to get used to the homing attack range in this game. You know, I've been... Oh god, I've been playing Frontiers lately. Homing attack functions very differently in modern Sonic than it does in the Adventure era. I did it twice. I'm actually like so good at doing the wrong thing. That's insane. It's probably because I'm wearing I'm actually wearing a Sonic shirt right now. I need to be wearing a Shadow shirt. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't spin that one. Oh, too early. Alright, no more threading the needle this time. We're actually gonna land on it. There you go. Alright, no more deaths. No more deaths. We're gonna play good this time. Maybe one more death. Oh, that's where the golden beetle is? I actually really don't remember the golden beetle in this one. Alright, that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. Alright, but that's it for deaths. I'm just not gonna hold anything on the controller. It happened again, but I survived this time. I made the right decision in the end. Oh god. I kinda want those rings. I did not want to kill that guy. Almost died. I remember correctly, it's over here. Yeah. Oops. I'm gonna go down here and get these rings. I need another life. I'm gonna pick these up too. Don't! No! You got the freaking snipes! What the? Oh. You like kind of clipped off the ring a little bit right there. Alright, here we are, Mystic Melody. Press the B button near these statues and it will affect. Sometimes it's teleporters, sometimes it's rings, sometimes it's other stuff. I don't really remember what the other stuff is, not gonna lie, I don't use the upgrade that much. That is crazy. I held up the entire time. Well... That's unfortunate.
Story.
I believe this is the final level.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the one and only ultimate life form. Finally, all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are set in place. Now the stage is set. I'm almost finished. All this time, someone has been trying to get at the Eclipse Cannon. There's no hope for him now. It's important we don't make any mistakes right now. I have to get rid of all those pests.
Alright, one more time from the top with 4 lives. I will admit though, I'm much better at Final Rush than I am at Final Chase. I probably should have grabbed some rings. It's fine. Just don't get hit. Pick that up. Over here. I tried to spin dash. That was probably a bad decision. Alright, alright. Okay, so we finally got through that section, like, unarmed. Yeah, that was my fault. I jumped away too early. Oh! Oh, yeah. I forgot the golden beetle was there again. The snipes on these guys. You know they're constantly in the aim maps. Why is that set piece just not working? I've never had it not work like this before. There we go, that's what's supposed to happen. You know, until today, I never knew this song had lyrics. I wonder what they say. Because it's sort of like kind of really scuffed. So I can't really hear it very well. Alright, we're almost at the section where we died at before. Oops. Actually, why did I come up here again? I was gonna jump down. Alright, alright. It happened again! It happened again! I'm holding up! Why am I going down? Alright, we now know. Still nothing. On that one specifically, we... Ooh, okay. We saved it. We saved it, we saved it. We saved it. Oh my god. Whoa, what the heck? Gotta get over there. I got hit up with a rollback netcode. I was definitely not supposed to land right there. What? I got too much speed. I'm flinging off. Oops. I'll just go this way again. Alright, we jump, we hold nothing. There we go. Alright, it took a little bit, but we finally did it. Gonna slow down there just to make sure I get the checkpoint. Do it. Okay. I thought it was gonna snipe me midair. That was my fault. I didn't cancel the spin dash fast enough. Oh, I almost went back up. There we go. I don't know why I thought there was a checkpoint. Maybe because there's a checkpoint here when you come here with Sonic. Oh no, I didn't mean to spin, or I didn't mean to light speed dash, I wanted to spin dash. Fortunately, we didn't lose that much progress. Right there, you could actually see a Phoenix. I hope I can get that next time. That would be nice to give them all my chow. Alright, we're gonna take things slow here. We're actually gonna go on this one. Well, that's not the spin dash that I wanted, but that's fine. Oh, baby. Alright, we should be near the end. There's one long section of running up these guys into a rocket. Nice, nice. I don't know what's in these crates, it's probably an animal. Yeah. We don't need that. Oh, excuse me, running down these guys into a rocket. Came in a little too hot right there. I thought I was gonna get flung off. And there we go.
Here we go.
That level kind of kicked my butt, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll get the redemption arc on Final Rush. Oh!
I guess I'm not at full power here.
God, 2 E ranks? Ooh.
You never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog. I thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
You know, what can I say? I die hard.
So, there's more to you than just looking like me. What
You
are
guys
you?
don't look similar.
What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see. But you know, I can't let you live. Your adventuring days are coming to an end.
That's just rude, Shadow. Anyways, this is the final boss, and it's kind of easy.
Alright, Shadow. Time for me to finish this.
So,
I'll use your chaos.
spin dash into him for like the first 2 or 3 hits.
I'll use your chaos control.
And after a while, his defense will become pretty good.
I'll use your chaos control.
And something really easy that you can do to help fix this, his defenses become too strong, and you just
You get
go back and use that move.
take
So you want to heavily slow down whenever he's using Chaos Control. When you're far away, you can get opportunity in him. There you go.
I told you, I'm the ultimate.
Yeah, that boss fight is really easy. I'd argue that the boss fight in Green Forest is actually quite a bit harder, if you don't use the glitch like I did.
This completes my plan to take over the world. Now begins the glorious era of the Empire of Eggman.
It's wild that Rouge actually didn't take the Chaos Emeralds. And for the credits theme of Team Dark, it's Throw It All Away, Shadows theme. Yeah, in terms of gameplay, I do think that Team Hero has overall the stronger story. That's mainly because they have like way more Sonic levels than Team Dark has Shadow levels. But also in terms of story, I think that Team Hero is overall better as well. This game kind of has a lot of plot holes. The tone of the story is really cool because like this is when the story is like still darker and it's like a lot more involved. But yeah, there's a lot of plot holes. There's just too many to kind of ignore. Some of them, of course, we haven't run into yet. Some of the story beats we still haven't gotten to. So I won't be talking about that yet. But yeah, tomorrow, more than likely, we're going to be doing the hero story. I don't think I ever uploaded the last part of the Sonic Adventure playthrough. So, expect both that and this to be uploaded sometime today. Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting the stream to go on longer. Because I was thinking, you know, today's the 21st. The new Guilty Gear character is supposed to be announced. I don't play the game, but you know, I do check out and see the DLC, so I was thinking about looking at that, but that's not happening for another hour. So whoops. You know, I might actually go and mess around in the Chow Garden a little bit. Maybe show off one mission or something like that. Just kind of show off what the game has got. Like I said, I am thinking about showing off the multiplayer in this game, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. I don't know if we can well, obviously we can parse like that. I don't know if we can net play it though, because net playing it would obviously be the best way of going about it. But now I have the save file, which only I have, right? So yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out something for the multiplayer. But the multiplayer in this game is really good, so I do really want to show it off. And there we go, 15 emblems. Now let's play the hero story. And yeah, we can also go back and watch all the cutscenes, which is nice. You can do time attack for all the bosses. Cool. Level 4 stages in the 2-player battle mode. I don't know why I said
the
military's like that.
top secret weapon, Project Shadow, was stolen from the military
We get a little
base
trailer
located on the deserted island in the southern seas. This incident increased worldwide terrorist activities. Sonic the Hedgehog was arrested. The adventure for truth leads to the incidents that shock the entire world. The story takes our hero Sonic from the Earth and into outer space. Sonic Adventure 2, Hero Side Story. Farewell, Sonic. Forever.
I don't know why he says that. Sonic doesn't die. That's just misleading.
Stories.
Oops. Oh, well, I guess I can show that. As you see, when you beat it, you have a little emblem under it, just to show you that you're done. There's this kart racing mode that we ended up unlocking. You get to play as all the main characters, and I think a few more. One of them being an egg robo. But I think those are costumes for the different characters. I'm not gonna show this off. At least not right now. maybe in the next stream. But yeah, here's the stage select. Instead of Help Worlds, we get this. You get to pick whichever stage we want. All the different levels, they have the different missions. You can also go to the Chow World. I have not played as these characters yet, so I'm not able to pick them, but obviously I can pick all the dark side characters. Right now, I don't have another controller technically plugged in. So that's the reason why I can't like go into 2-player. I would show off the 2-player characters, but we'll worry about that later as well. Let's just show off one of the missions. This one is collect 100 rings. Right, so all we gotta do is, well, that. Go in, collect 100 rings. Obviously, we want to avoid getting hit. Oops. And we're almost done. 20 more. And I missed so many right there. For one more ring. Just one ring away. There we go.
Here we go.
And that's what some of the missions are like. We got 69 on the time. You'll love to see it. That went from 14 to 16. What the heck?
Stage select.
Yeah, okay.
And since you can see my mouse, this right here is where we get a little bonus level if you complete every mission in the game and get every A rank in the game. Or if you beat every mission in the game with an A rank, you get an extra level, Green Hill Zone. And I believe you can play it as any character, or any of the story characters. Right, so it's like the one level in the game where you can play as Rouge and Knuckles and not have to go treasure hunting, which is really cool. I do want to show that off, so I might like just snag a 100% save file or something like that for this game and show that off. But at least for this, that's about it. So yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to stream the rest of it tomorrow. And I will try and show off the multiplayer and stuff like that tomorrow as well. I'll see if I can parsec it with someone. But yeah, that's about it. The game isn't terribly long, just 2 stories and a last story, and bada bing bada boom, there we go. That's it for now. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.